From the IMTV Wave Channel 5 studio at Greenville Senior High School, home of the Greenville Green Wave, the Greenville Veterans Memorial Park and Digital Library proudly presents Never Stop Serving.
Hello everyone. Welcome once again to Never Stop Serving. I'm Samuel Plock and I'm your host for today's show. This series is sponsored by Greenville High School Interactive Media class and Greenville VFW post number 7262. Today we have a very special returning guest. You may have seen him before if you're a regular viewer of ours in episode number 48. So once again, for today's episode number 57, we welcome back Mr. Todd Combs. Thank you for coming here to share with us today once again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here, Sam.
You're welcome. Once again, we must remind you that Todd is a 3rd District VFW Ohio Public Officer. Todd, please tell us about your origin story to remind the viewers of where you came from.
I'm from Kettering, Ohio. I was born and raised there. And early 2000, I joined the National Guard. Actually, no, 2001, I joined the National Guard. And then 9 months later, 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to active Army, where I became a 14 Echo Patriot Missile Maintainer Operator. I ended up deploying to Iraq in 2003, and we spent about 6 months there, and then we came back safely and sound.
Yeah.
My parents are great. My dad was a volunteer fire captain in Kettering, Ohio, and also a German machinist. One of the funny things about my dad is the pop cans we all drink.
Yeah.
When in the 70s, he made the first punch that punched out the pop lids. He didn't invent it. He was a German machinist, so he machined the parts that made that for the production line for Pepsi.
Wow.
And I want to say at that time he was at Frigidaire or Dayton Progress, one of those two companies. I don't actually remember. My mom was a college-educated housewife, and later started working as a baker at Myers there in Kettering.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's really great. I didn't know your father did those pop tabs.
He just made the actual punch that makes it.
Oh.
So on the production line, he designed the thing that will go stamp out the metal.
Yeah.
And so he didn't design it. He wasn't the inventor.
I mean, he helped manufacture.
Yeah.
Will you please tell us what branch of the service that you served for?
I was in the Army. Go Army. I did about 4 years, and as I mentioned earlier, I got ahead of myself. I was a 14 Echo, which is a Patriot Missile Maintainer Operator.
Well, there you go. Do you have any memories or moments from your military experience if you would like to share with us?
I think one of the favorite things about military service is the friendships you make, the places you get to go, and they're everlasting. I mean, I have some good friends that came up and actually one of them became my brother-in-law.
Wow.
Ended up marrying my wife's sister, and it was pretty cool. And now as a VFW member and officer of my post 9936, I get to continue helping veterans and help advocate and try to do some things for them. I'm also part of the Voices for Vets, which is Montgomery County Court Brandon McLean, as one of his programs he set up, and he get to do kind of the similar things, but at a higher level, and it's a board. We're still in the process of doing that, and that is fantastic.
That's great. Do you have any words of advice for young people who are interested in getting into any kind of military service?
Read your contract. If it's not in the contract, it never happened, and it won't happen. So don't be afraid to, if you want to go to special training, you want to do airborne, air assault, don't be afraid to ask those things and have them in your contract. Because those are some fun things to do.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance to do any of those. I wish I would have. I said I was going to, but they said, nope, not your contract.
Wow.
Then I found out that ADA doesn't do air assault or airborne. So I was like, great. It's something I kind of wanted to do because my grandpa and my uncle were both Army, and they were both infantrymen.
What wars?
So, my grandpa was World War II for a Big Red One, and then my uncle Bob was 7th Cav. So, and he was in Vietnam.
Wow.
So he got out, but he left Vietnam as a first sergeant.
That's great. Joe, you come from a long line of servicemen.
And before that, I don't know. So I don't know what my great grandpas did. So
That'd be quite something to research.
yeah.
Do you have any special events or information to share with our viewers?
I sure do. District 3 in the VFW Post 9936 was asked to host the USA booth at A World Affair. This is an international festival that happens in Dayton at the Dayton Convention Center. The dates for these events is May 15th, May 16th, and May 17th at the Dayton Convention Center. I gotta read this because I didn't memorize this. This is the 47th annual A World Affair. The history of it began in 1973 as a committee of Dayton Council on the World Affairs. By 1977, the festival has grown so large that it outgrew the parent organization, could not handle it. In 1978, the festival incorporated and became its own entity. Today, the membership there is made up of 36 nonprofit organizations, each representing a different country or ethnic group. It is our intention to entertain and educate the public about the many cultural presence in the greater Dayton area. It is important that we understand that while we appreciate the differences in our various cultures, we are fundamentally more alike than we are different. I kind of want to add something in that. This year we have 2 new groups that join the World Affair. One is Guam.
Wow.
And Guam is a fantastic organization. And I apologize now, Tim, because I don't want to mispronounce your organization. So they're from Guam, and they are fantastic. They've helped out the local VFWs on numerous occasions so far last year. They did a buffet, the PTSD event from episode 48. The members of the Guam Society came out and cooked their delicious barbecue chicken. And hopefully you might get a taste of that at the World Fair.
Yes.
The features of this festival: each member's organization hosts a booth, part of which must be dedicated to the cultural display. Each year a different theme is chosen for the cultural part of each booth. This year's theme is transportation. Each group will showcase an important aspect of that theme which best represents their culture, whether it's an invention, an ancient form of transportation, or a modern one in that part of the world, or another unique aspect of transportation. In addition, most of the booths will offer ethnic food and beverages, souvenirs, and crafts for sale. There is continuous entertainment on 2 different stages. One stage offers more of full formal entertainment, and while the other one offers a chance to learn the dances, which is pretty neat because it's like the Philippine Society. They teach you tingling, which is the little bamboo things, and you dance in and out of the things. It is fantastic. And then you got the McGovern Irish dancers there that will get the kids up there on the stage, and they'll dance around. I mean, last year it was an honor being the Philippine booth leader, and this year I get to host the USA booth, and that is fantastic.
It is.
And last year I was definitely overwhelmed. I fell in love with the World Affair. It was my very first one. And I don't want to say my age, but my whole life this thing has been available, and I've only went to it one time. I'm just sorry I missed the chances beforehand to go out there and see this great thing.
Yes.
Now, upon entering the festival, each child youth will be given a passport. The children will have an opportunity to visit each booth to find the answers to the question printed on the passport. The children then enter a drawing for a basket of international toys. Which is really cool about that is it's a family-filled fun event. So you bring your kids, they get to travel to all the different countries, kind of like, it's a small world at Disney World.
Epcot?
Yeah. So you get to go around and they have questions and answers, It's like, give you an example of a question that, when was the hot air balloon invented? Okay, so I think that was actually France or something, don't quote me. So they will say, it was in France, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like, how do I say this? The children get to go to all these different booths and educate and learn, and they get to experience something that they can't really find in school, or that part of the school program don't cover.
Yeah.
And this is to help educate our youth and our cultures,
Yes.
for example. Now this is for the adults. On Friday evening, the adults have an opportunity to purchase a beer passport for just $10. They get a chance to participate and sample 14 different country beers for just $10.
Wow.
They can then vote for their favorite beer and be entered in for a drawing of prizes. So, now, please drive and drink responsibly.
Yes, agreed. Definitely.
Each day begins with a parade of nations around the festival floor, led by Scottish bagpipes, and I'll say them.
Yes.
This next part means a lot to me. Honorary chairperson persons. Each year, a person with best symbolized the vision of the World Affair is chosen to be the honorary chairperson. Up until this year, it has only been one person. This year, we are pleased to announce that we will honor the 6 Dayton police officers who responded quickly to the mass shooting in Oregon District and helped us save many Dayton, Ohioans' lives. And that's an honor.
Yes.
It's good to see them there.
Yes.
Because we are Dayton strong.
Yep.
Now, here comes the money part again. Tickets. Tickets may be purchased in advance at any members' organizations. Now, since I'm also representing the USA booth, I will say that tickets can be purchased starting, I think, the second week of April at VFW Post 9936 at 1720 East 3rd Street. And the pre-sale tickets are $5 for adults and $3 for children. And youth, and the youth ages are 6 to 18. Children 5 and under are free. So my little Seth gets to come in for free this year.
That's good.
Woo-hoo! That's more money for the delicious food they have there.
Yeah.
Now at the door, the prices change. They go to $8 for adults and $5 for seniors and children. All active duty military and first responders are admitted free with a valid ID. On Saturday, between 1 and 4 p.m., persons with disabilities are admitted free, along with one caregiver. There are free tickets available for students requested by a teacher from their school. Now I'm going to interrupt. The Dayton VFW Post 9936 is doing a essay program. It's for 3 different ages. It's for the elementary school students, the middle school students, and the high school students.
Yes.
And it's an essay on transportation within the USA. And each of those 3 schools age groups, there's 3 prizes going to be awarded: 100 to first place, 75 for second, and 50 for third. Along with being in first place, you also get to have your essay at our children's booth at the World Fair, which will be at the USA booth in our children's area.
Wow.
And kind of, I want to hold this up. And these are going to be scanned and put in. But one of the things that we're doing is we need your teacher and your teacher's email, so we can solicit other great VFW programs we do throughout the year, like the Voice of Democracy, which is our 9th through 12th graders, and then our Patriot Pen. Now the dates, like I said, for this event is May 15th, 16th, and 17th. And each day the times are different. On Friday, the time is 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. On Saturday, it's 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And on Sunday, it's 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, please find the World Affair on Facebook or aworldaffair.org for more information about the World Fair.
Wow, that's great.
Now, my particular booth is the USA booth,
Yeah.
and our theme is transportation. You'll see on the back of my shirt some of the transportation themes that we have here, not only in America but throughout. And as I mentioned earlier, each of the culturals will be selling their iconic food. Now, Friday night, we're having a chili cook-off, which is going to be made up by veteran posts. So we're going to have about 10 to maybe 15 VFW posts here in District 3 that are going to bring a thing of chili. So, and that's going to be $5 for a bowl of chili. The proceeds of the chili will be going to the District 3 Scholarship Fund and other sponsorship that District 3 does for the community and to the different programs that we do, like the Voice of Democracy and the Patriot Pen and the Boy Scout Girl Scout of the Year. Now, every day at the USA booth, you can have your own cheeseburger. Build it your way. This is going to be fresh hamburger meat, grilled to perfection at the USA booth, along with hot dogs, onion rings, and fries. And what do you think we're going to have for dessert?
Who knew? But I think you'll have apple pie.
American icon, the apple pie.
But the funny thing is that I don't like apple pie, but I will eat apples plain. Isn't that a fanny dooley?
That is. And Mahaffey Pies there is where we're going to get our apple pie from. And they have one of the best pies in the Dayton area, is the Mahaffey's pies.
Yes.
So, hopefully, if you have any questions about the World Affair, you know where to contact. Find us on Facebook. And again, we're made up of 36 different cultural booths, and international displays. And please, while you're there, if you can become a member of one of these great organizations, please ask them how. Like all things, it's always great to get new members.
Yes.
It's always great to be able to teach the next generation how and what, their homeland or, about their heritage. It's like me personally, I'm part Irish, I'm part German, I'm part Prussian, so as an American-born American, I'm made up of multiple different cultures from the European area. And they're going to be at the World Affairs. A lot of them will be. So,
well, there you go.
And if you're a veteran, definitely stop by the USA booth and learn how you can help with becoming a member at the VFW or even the American Legion.
Yes. Sign up today. Well, thank you again for your service to our amazing and to Well, thank you once again for your service to our amazing, wonderful country, and hopefully to speak with you soon, or whenever you see us again. Here at Never Stop Serving, we highlight veterans that continue to serve beyond their military service. Please continue to watch for upcoming episodes of Never Stop Serving. Tune in, guys and gals, we have a full-packed season. Also, continue to watch the Veterans Memorial Park and Digital Library Facebook page for upcoming events and updates.
Please share this video after watching it.
Yes, please share it if you can. If you are a veteran and would like to share your story, please send us an email, gvmpdl@gmail.com. Thank you for watching today's show. This is Samuel Plock, signing off.
Thank you for watching. Please visit us on our social media sites. Please consider contributing to our mission in some way. Also, we are always looking for veterans and their families to share their stories with us. Be sure to join us next week for our next episode of Never Stop Serving.